हां kita angkat ya kita angkat lah चल
कितने मेमोरंडम घेऊन येतो मेमोरंडम थोडं काय जुने बिल वाढला असेल या महिन्याचे तो खंयचो फ्लोर असं तर मागच्या गावात आहे ना बरं मला या मी नेटवर येऊ ना पुलिस वाडे तुम्ही आहे तुमकां रावनाय ना
अमित कित्याक काडला तुमी आज
लायटी बील भरला आसतलें रे हे सरकार आनी होम मंत्री अशें गोंयकारांक लुटता तो एक आनी दुसरो जो स्मार्ट मिटर स्कॅम जो हांचो आसा ताजेर ताका आमी क्वेश्चन करपाक एक मेमोरंडम दिवपाक ताजे कडेन पयलीं उलोवया मागीर सत्य कितें आहा तें ओपन जातलें
तो बिजी आहा माहिती
फाटल्या दिसांनी एक ऑफिसर तें हें हाडटालो याद आसता तो भजन कितें बिजी मागीर कितें करता मिटींग हा कसली पूण हा म्हणटालो
तेणे हांगा 5 मिनटां रावा 10 मिनटां रावून जे
तो सांगता तें ताबो पुलिसा
तुमचे कडेन दिला ताबो हांगा 5 मिनटांनी 10 मिनटांनी
ना भितर बिजी आहा म्हणून सांगतालो आमी आतां इतले लोक आमी येयले आहा हय उलयता उलयता साहेब
जर्मन वॉल
एक 4 जणांक धाड म्हणटा तो. तुमचा मीडिया हाडनाका म्हणला, मीडिया घेऊ नका म्हणला, मातशें भायर. म्हाका कांय प्रॉब्लेम ना, तुमी सरान सांगलें हांव तुमकां अलाव करता. सर तुमी भायर येता काय? ओके
ओके सर बरें. कॉन्फरन्स रूम मध्ये ओके.
अमित
अरे तेंका बसोनी मरे वय तुमी खंय बसता रे.
ना बस बस रे तू बस रे आम्ही आता. रँडम ग्रुप आम्ही आयले सध्या किती जाणां लोकांचे फियर गोंयभर वाडला. एक म्हणल्यार तुमचे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिलां वाडल्या आनी नॉट ओन्ली इन पेन्सीन बट अक्रॉस गोवा पीपल आर एज्युकेटेड. आमची बिलां वाडली, तुमची बिलां वाडली. सेकेंड इज ते तुमी स्मार्ट मिटर पळय हाडपाक सोदता न्ही, तातूंत लोकां भितर एक फियर तयार जाला. पीपल आर सेयींग की आमकां स्मार्ट मिटर नाका, कित्याक तातूंत ट्रान्सपरन्सी ना. तुवें एस्टिमेट आमी लास्ट टायम आयिल्ले तेन्ना तुगे एस्टिमेट आशिल्लो 467 crores, तुवें टेंडर दिलो 890 crores. तुवें 22 कोरिजेंडमां काडली. ताजे उपरांत तुवें एक लिस्टेड कंपनीक ब्लॅकलिस्ट सुद्दां केलो. तो हायकोर्टान गेलो. हायकोर्टान वचून तो जिखतकीच तुमी विड्रॉवल केलें ब्लॅकलिस्ट. देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स वीच इज ओपेक. द टेंडर एक्चुअली इज ओपेक. सो आमचो रिक्वेस्ट इज की तूं सस्पेंड कर आनी तो रिटेंडर कर. कॅबिनेट अप्रुवला बीन आमकां नाका. तूं तो टेंडर रिटेंडर कर. कित्याक जो तुवें टेंडर इशू केला तो 90% फ्रॉम द एस्टिमेट आहा. हो आमचो डिमांड. तो एक टेंडर स्मार्ट मिटर स्क्रॅप करपाचें आनी दुसरें तुगे ती इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिलां
सर मेन म्हणजे कॉमन मनशांक क्लॅरिटीच ना. कितें चल्लो म्हणटा दे आर हॅविंग अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. आमकांच क्वेश्चन मार्क जाल्यार एक बारीक मनशाक कांयच खबर ना कशें कितें फुडें जातलें तें. आनी दुसरो पॉयंट अध्यक्षान म्हणल्यार तसो टेंडराचो वॅल्यू भयंकर वाडलो न्ही. सो कितें म्हणून आमी समजून घेवप.
हॅलो
हय
सर थँक्यू. तुम्ही थंड मनान ब्रेक म्हाका एक्सप्लेन केलें. तशेंच एक मिटींग पयलीं प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स जाल्ले तेन्ना म्हाका उलोवपाकूच दिवं नासलें. त्या फावटी अध्यक्षान बरे भशेन येवन तेजें मांडलें. आतां होच विशय पयलोय बीन अमित पाटकर बाब येयल्लो आनी एक वॅल्यूचेर आमी भासाभास केल्ली. आता पयलो वॅल्यूचेर येवया आनी मागीर लोकांक क्लॅरिटी ना ती वॅल्यू हांवें ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन केल्लो वॉट रेट्स डिरायव जाल्ल्यो many years back 3 or 4 years back by central government आनी that central governmentan clearly सांगिल्लें rates जो derive केला it is nothing to do with actual cost it is to do with grant आता central government दिता या रेटी प्रमाणे कितना आमी grant दितले around 90 crores is going to come from central government so to derive to this value they have done this 4 years back exact I will not be able to say 3 to 4 years back you take because it is being recorded by media then tomorrow you will say I had said 4 years but it is something between 3 to 4 years आता any meter or any technology when it is derived 2-3 vendors give their rate and the rate gets derived when this smart metering under RDSS project is whole of India wherein people who are manufacturing are less the semiconductor material what is required is less so all of a sudden huge India is a big country where we have started deploying smart meters so the prices have got high we ourselves were surprised the prices were much lower which were estimated whereas people what were talking in the market was very very high so therefore we waited original were removed we wanted to get the best because in Goa अध्यक्ष कसे येतात तुम्ही कसे येतात there are a lot of people who come with clarity and questions awareness so we ourselves were not knowing how to go about and this technology because a lot of people were creating issues out of it so we were waiting for it to get it resolved so multiple reasons one was the SBD standard bidding document we had to study being a small state and where everybody is on social media education is also high so we ourselves wanted to be very clear we made a pilot project so therefore delay was there and we had removed a Kurichittam in between nobody bidded being a small state maybe because they all were busy in the other states and once you get certain contracts in other states they do not have sufficient manpower and the capacity also to do it so finally we got a rate which is very good rate still since the estimated cost is low and people were talking like this and there would be allegations so we made a detailed notice we sent it to REC who is a nodal agency for the government of India that you give your comments because it looks like very high so they said this is nothing to do with cost what was framed by the central government and we have done the comparison of all the other states where some are Congress ruled states, some are AAP ruled states, some are BJP ruled states, just because finally it becomes a political issue. So by doing that comparison, we have taken the approval from the government and we have sent it to REC where REC said the rates are fine and it's nothing to do with the actual cost. So this is the answer for the rates and due process and therefore we have put it for cabinet also because the rates were high. Because tomorrow, it should not happen that, there is one rate and though we have followed the due process of tendering. Therefore, we have put for cabinet, so the entire cabinet also is aware, wherein certain questions were made by bureaucrats, you show the comparison of the other states. So everything was put.
100% वाढलं sir.
Oh, no, exactly. In fact, the L2 is much more than that. Now the second issue which I did not wanted to touch, you are saying, there is no clarity in the market. आमचे तसे मनीस मागीर ते भायर घालताले अदानी इज नॉट एट ऑल इन्वॉल्व इन दिस इन फॅक्ट अदानी L2
अदानी नाव कोणी घेतलं
आता बाबा
तू अदानी कित्याक घेतला
अशें
अदानी इज L2 1000
होय पण पयले येयल्ले तुवें म्हणला सर आय डू नॉट आतां न्हू पयले रे पयले
अजून बीन अदानी ना मरे
पयले खूबशे इश्यू हिंगा खूब जाण येयले आतां आय डोंट रिमेंबर खूब जाण येता न्हू कोण येयला आयज कोणाच घेवंक ना बरें चल लीव इट लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट अदानी
डीजी स्मार्ट नेटवर्क तो बीन ताजो पार्टनर न्ही म्हणा की तुवें आमचे आतां डावट घातलो म्हणून आमकां आतां डावट येवपाक लागलो अदानी
आतां हांवें तुवें म्हणून ना न्ही फायन पूण अशें भायर व्हिडिओ बी खूब येताले ते आमी पळय आतां आमकां तितले उडाक सुद्दां जाल्यार सेकंड क्वेश्चन जावंक ना सेकंड क्वेश्चन क्लॅरिटी ना
कॉमन बारीक कांयच खबर ना
हय पूण तुमचें नांव कितें
चिराग नायक
चिराग बाब तुजे व्हिडिओ बाब पयले चिराग बाब सी की तितून एकटी लेगून डिसएडवांटेज ना आनी म्हाका कांयच समजना वाय देर इज नो क्लॅरिटी एक लेगून डिसएडवांटेज दाखोवची स्मार्ट मिटरिंगाची शांत राहा थंय हांव कंप्लेटूच जावना शांत कित्याक आख्खो गोंयकार लोक पळयता आनी तुमी बोवाळ मार लोकांक कितें दिसता कोण चड व्हडली बोवाळ मारता ते ही इज रायट इज नॉट लायक दॅट शांती कित्याक ही मॅसेज लोकांक वचपाक जाय हे अवेरनेसूच न्ही क्लॅरिटी जी लोकांक तुमकां एक दिसता लोकांक क्लॅरिटी ना ह्या माध्यमांतल्यान ती वचोनी क्लॅरिटी स्मार्ट मिटरींग तूं म्हाका सांग आयज तुका 30 डेजांनी इज द अर्लियस्ट बील वता खूब फाटी वचना तूं म्हणटालो 45 days 60 बेस्ड ऑन द सायकल बेस्ड ऑन द वर्क वॉट वी गीव रिलॅक्शन्स एंड एवरीथींग आनी तुका एक रिडींग येता आनी इतले पयशे येता आयज तुज्या एपार तुका एवरी हाफ एन आवर तुका दिसलें आयज ह्या 9 o'clock तुवें 2 युनिट घेतले 9:30 आनी 2 ऑल ऑफ अ सडन 10 युनिट जाले लेट्स से सो ऑन सो अशी तुका डेटा मेळटली वोल्टेजीची करंट पावर फॅक्टर रिडींग एक दीस कंप्लीट जालो की ना 25th of May 2026 your consumption was 10 units अशें एवरी डे ग्राफ येतलो जस्ट ओपन लेट्स से तुमी हॉलिडेर आसा तुका बायसर्स आपलें घरूच बंद आसा
हॉलिडे करपाक मेळना सद्या प्रायस मिशन भायरूच परिणाम
बरें भायर वचनाका लेट्स से अमित पाडकर काँग्रेसाची मिटींग घेवपाक पणजी आसा घरा कोण ना हिंगातून येता न्ही तूं सो
आमी काँग्रेसीक वता रे बीजेपी वाले
सो घर बंद आसा तरीकूय युनिट्स तापयता देर इज समथींग रॉंग मे बी विथ द मीटर मे बी विथ सम ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट इन द हावस so much insight so much information you will get and you based on that you will be empowered you will become powerful because information you can complain and tomorrow show the with evidence voltage is low why voltage should be low my equipment has failed all these things there is compensation today because of lack of information lack of data you cannot even if you complain you will not be able to prove it because of electricity department your equipment has failed or the low voltage is coming all this information will make consumers powerful number one we will also become powerful because we will be able to know optimize the power today electricity kashi sell jata every 15 minutes rates is different means in a day 96 different rates are there for electricity when we buy and between 6 to 11 the rate goes to 10 rupees right now the market rate is 10 rupees so exactly electricity eyes are schedule kota either use it or don't use it we are charged on based on that so they optimize करपाक म्हाका exact data जाय बाबा कोलवा कितली घेता कालांगूट कितली घेता पणजी कितली घेता and based on that I have to buy the power so there are a lot of implications which finally define the tariff and finally it is loaded on the people of Goa ना योजना कमी येतली
जाले
आनी एक्सप्लेन करपाक जाल्यार एक्सप्लेन करता अमित पाडकर काही आसा
नाही तूं आतां पळय सांगलें न्ही काणी आयकपाक बरी दिसता काणी
ही काणी तुका लोकांक पावोवपाची ना
5 वर्सां पयलीं तुमी मिटर घालूं ना त्याचे पयशे आमी आजुनी फारीक करपाक
ते मिटर डिफरंट
तुवें 5 वर्सां पयलीं डिजिटल मिटर
प्लीज see your life first of all without information your life came I have 2-3 meetings still I came to because अमित पाडकर पालो सेकंड इतली मिडिया घेवन वे आता म्हणटा माझ्या आयकोंकूच सोदना आनी हुंचे माध्यमांतल्यान ते लोकांक पावपाचे
तूं आतां सांगता की
काणी म्हणटा
हय काणी तूं आतां पावरफुल तुका करपाक जाय म्हणटा
अमित
तुका रिडींग जाय
तुका समज एज अ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ काँग्रेस हे सगळे इन्फॉर्मेशन लोकां बरें पावपाक जाय जाल्यार ह्यो आयकोपाक पडटल्यो न्ही काणयो आतां तुका आमी उलयता त्यो काणयो दिसता that means somewhere you have to oppose it for the sake of opposition where people you don't want people to be clarification should go to the people they should know it awareness should not अच्छा तुमचा मुद्दा असं झाला
कॉरिजन तू उलयता आसतना तुवें आपूण कॉरिजंडम काडलो RAC नोडल एजन्सीन अप्रूव्ह केलें की कॉस्टाचो कांयच फरक पडना 890 कित्याक 1000 करोड कित्याक 2000 करोड अरे तू बीइंग द चीफ इंजिनियर तुका कसलोच मोरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ना की 90% ऑफ वता तेका सांगया
प्राइसेस आर इन लाइन विथ मार्केट
तुवें 22 कॉरिजंडम काडले मरे 1 आनी 2 22 कॉरिजंडम मारले
तुका मोरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ना
22 कॉरिजंडम कित्याक काडले
I have checked the market and it is in line with market I am convinced now I have answered your question you go for the next question
no question नी तू म्हाका सांग तुवें ब्लॅकलिस्ट करूं ना एक एजन्सी
see don't mix two issues
no it is he was a part of your tender that agency is a part of a tender it's a listed company नाव घेवपा लायनाक म्हाका तुम्ही हायकोर्टान घेवते कित्याक विथड्रॉ केले
नाव घे बिकॉज
तुवें कित्याक विथड्रॉ केले
सांगता आयकय
कित्याक ते क्वॉलिफाय जावपा जायना म्हणून फॉर दॅट टेंडर
yes
Yes. You wanted them not to qualify.
Because genus meters were failing in department.
मागीर तू कित्याक withdraw केले?
Withdraw because there is certain, see, smart metering
कोर्टान
tender
वता
is
की तू
there.
कित्याक withdraw
आयकूंक
करता?
रे बाबा. लोकां आयकले कोर्टान त्याचा क्वेश्चन आसा, कोर्टान वयतकच कितें विड्रॉ केला आनी म्हणनाका म्हाका उलोवपाक दी. कोर्टान वयतकच कित्याक विड्रॉ केलो हो अमित बाबाचो क्वेश्चन हांव आन्सर करता. कित्याक जिनस meters are failing in Goa. We always had two meters, L&T and Secure. You put Google, they are the best company in meters. Because only two companies were there, my previous people have introduced another two. One was Genus and one was HBL. Both meters were failing again as compared to the Secure LNG. Now I am worried. Those were only 2 lakhs meters or odd number. Now when we are going for 7,50,000 meters, similar things should not happen. Therefore we said immediately called Genus people here, what is happening? Then they started saying, you know, you give me the meter back, I will test, I will do this. It will take 6 months. And by that time, in case Genus again qualify and become L1, again we will go in the big mess for a bigger region, for the entire state. So we immediately blacklisted them. Now, when we went to court, when you blacklist any vendor, it is we have to follow a process. But that time was less. We couldn't because we were worried that if this similar company comes and we get, but Genus has said, since you have failed in the, my meters are failing, I will not be supplying any more meters. Your concern is taken care. I will also not participate in the tender. But still I cannot stop anybody in participating. I have to take a legal stand and I have to blacklist. But then court said, maybe you have genuine reasons, but the process is not followed. You have to give a show cause notice, you have to reply, after that you have to test, which was all done. But then that process would have taken 6 months. Therefore, because of lack of facts and not of facts, I will say less of evidence in terms of the legal process which are normally followed for blacklisting. Therefore, we have withdrawn it, or because of court we have said.
Because the court we withdrew it.
You have withdrawn.
Yeah, because the court after this court decision, because the advocate and all also said.
अरे पण blacklist केल्ल्या मनशा withdraw करता कोण? blacklist कोण उडय मरे? नाका तेगे
No,
faulty
but
meter नाका.
I mean,
process start केलो, show cause issue केली.
Exactly.
After court, have you issued him a show cause?
Yes, after that thing is going on. And
हांव
then
मागता RTI तुम्ही ताचे हायकोर्टाचे विड्रॉ करते कांयच तुम्ही फॉर्मॅलिटी
see,
करू
listen,
ना
our concern was
कांयच करू ना नाही तू आता पळय सांगता पळय फॅक्ट तो मीटर फॉल्टी म्हणून ताका आमी ब्लॅकलिस्ट केलो विड्रॉ कित्याक केलो तर काढ उडय मरे ताका
withdraw करपाचे first
तुम्ही पहिली ब्लॅकलिस्ट करता मागीर तो तुम्ही कोर्टाक वचून तो कोर्टाक गेलो
So we'll reply to this. I'll reply to this.
Yes.
There is something called approved banks of meters as far as electricity department is concerned. Genus and SBL are not a part of the approved list of meters for electricity department. We have gone for the best meters. We will name it now. We are going for L&T meters which are called Snyder now, and there is something called secure meters. These two meters, Genus, HBL and other meters of similar category are not a part of the approved list. This was a central government project. So in central government project, there are approved list which is given by the nodal agency. So our list doesn't make a difference. So तातून तुझे Genus, HBL असल्या type of meters आशिल्ले which we didn't want to be a part of this system because we wanted to go for the best. And even today, now that this project is being implemented, we have gone for L&T meters and Snyder meters which are considered to be the best meters in India. So त्यांना कितें जालें, because to avoid these two companies from putting these meters, we blacklisted them. It was not only one company, it was two companies. After which Genus went to the court. And the court gave a decision that procedure was not followed in blacklisting them. So we were asked to remove the blacklist, which we did. And that time Genus also came to us, HBL also came to us, and they told us that we are not interested in this Goa tender. And we are not going to court for it.
आता तुझो स्टेटमेंट इज कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी तू कित सांगता की Genus आणि HBL अप्रूव्ड ना म्हणून ताचे मीटर घातले कशे तर तू पयली
No.
न्ही अप्रूव्ड नाशिल्ले जाल्यार तुम्ही घातले कशे
Based on this experience only, we removed them out.
म्हाका तुवेंच सांगलें आतां आमी काय सांगू ना तुवें
That's what I'm
सांगलें
saying,
की
no?
जिनस
Yes,
आनी
yes,
SBL
yes,
were
yes,
not
yes,
approved.
yes.
आतां तुमी घातले कशे गोंयभर
It
मागीर
was
तुमी
the-
लोकांक टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड
No,
करता
you
No,
let me reply.
wait. त्याच्या पयलीं हांवें कितें सांगिल्लें तुका माय प्रिसिडर देर
अरे
वेर 2
तुमी
meters.
ना,
हांगा टेस्टिंग
see,
करता
अरे
लोकांचेर.
बाबा, आयकोपाक दी रे अमित बाब.
Approved list.
तुजो question आमकां समजलो.
Approved list doesn't remain the same all
the time.
It is reviewed every 6 months. So when this tender was floated, where these meters were replaced in Goa, these were a part of the list. They were removed out of the list only after their performance.
आता तुका कितें म्हणलें पयलें LNG.
अरे तू खंयचे घाल द बेस्ट आहा
तुम्हाला
तेका
answer करपाक दिना.
पॉइंट इज आता 460 करोड एस्टिमेट कोणी केलं तुम्ही केलं न्ही
त्याचा आन्सर दिला बाबा आता
किती म्हणजे तुम्ही मडक्या नंबर काढता रे 460 एक 890 झालो आणि तुम्ही सांगता की काय ना म्हणून
मडक्याचा नंबर आमकां खबर ना.
No,
माझे
90% above
my
गेलो. We are going to
department
pay.
is not
You are not going to pay. We are going to pay.
who is
Consumer is going to
concerned
pay
with
that.
Madka. We do not know what Madka. Please, you talk.
अरे
You
number-
talk about meters.
तुम्ही एस्टिमेट
See,
काढता
Amit
असताना
Bab,
खंय
see,
आशिल्ले
तू irresponsible Congress president.
रेस्पॉन्सिबिली उलयता
So, Madka number, please do
460
not talk like
करोडाचो
this.
टेंडर
तू
890 करोड
लोकांक
दिलो
information वयता ते बरें information वचोन दी. If
लोक
you are
रस्त्यार
really-
चाळवल्या.
No,
तुझ्या हांगा घरा
ते
हांगा
कित्याक
upside down
चाळवल्या?
पडले.
Because Amit Patkar is giving wrong information.
हांव आज
Yes.
घेवन नाशिल्लो पूण गोंयभरात लोक चाळवल्या
Because तू
तुका
आमच्या
अजून काय
आयकोपाक
खबर
सोदना,
ना
तू आमच्या
मुवमेंट
आयकोपाकूच सोदना.
अरे तू लोकांक क्लॅरिटीच दिना
तू
आयकपाक
म्हाका
येना.
दिवपाकूच दिना.
मग तुवें प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स
See,
घेवन
see,
लोकांक
the-
सांगली
the
आज
chief-
आमकां
हय,
हांगा
press
येवचें पडलें
conference
कितें
केली.
सांगलें कितें
घेतली.
सांगलें 90% कित्याक वाडयलो तो तुवें सांगलें
सगळं सांगला last
केन्ना
time.
सांगलें आमी कोणें
तू
जाल्यार
हिंगा
पळयला.
जाग्यार बसलेलो MLA कार्लोस साहेब हिंगा बशिल्लो हांवें
काय बाबा तू आमी आयले टॅरिफ हायका कितें घुसपाय नाका आमी आयले हांगा टॅरिफ हायका
तुवें स्मार्ट मिटरिंगाचे ते
टॅरिफ हाय आमी
मिडिया
इशू
काडून
घेवन
दी.
आयले
मिडिया काडून दी. होच
आमी
विशय
मेमोरंडम केलो टॅरिफ हायकाचे घेवन
467
आयले तातून दीस वॉज अ पार्ट
467 and 890 इतली माझी मेमरी वचना 100% अमित भावान हो इश्यू काढला
बिकॉज स्मार्ट
आणि
मीटर इज एन
हांवें
इशू आणि
answer
काडीत
केला.
रावतले जो
होय.
मेरेन तू स्क्रॅप
कोण-
करना
कोण-
तो मेरेन आमी काडीत
No,
रावतले
see, you can come for 1, 2, 3 times. You have given your memorandum, you have already told to government, everything is done. You cannot same thing because you say
अरे
smart
it is
meeting
like
is the best
तू-
project
नी,
for the
म्हाका
people.
सांग, तू
That means
prepaid
you are
केला
against
जातले,
you are
tender and clause ना मरे.
Amit Babu is against the people of Goa.
Tender
हांव
ना-
काय म्हणटा
I am not against. We are
Ah,
ag- we are for reform.
as a citizen
तुका
of Goa.
we are against. तुका आता हे जाय मरे मग तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल मरे तुका प्रत्येक घराचे कितें जाय तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल तू सांगले तुका
ना.
कोलवा कळपा जाय बाणावले कळपा जाय ऑप्टिमायझेशन
exactly,
युटिलायझेशन जाय
exactly.
तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल रिडींग आणि पळय तुजो लोड खंय कितलो
No.
वता कितें फ्लक्च्युएट
See,
जाता
tomorrow-
तू लोकांक घराचेर कितें वता
because I want to
तू
know.
घाल मिटर तुझ्या ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर आणि चेक कर लोड तुजो
अमित बाब तू सांगता तशें जायना
कित्याक जायना?
because
अरे
there is
तुमकां जाय
electricity
तशें
act
जातलें.
there are guidelines there are SOPs that means you mean to say we have to work only as per Amit Patkar.
अरे नॉट ओनली एज पर
No, as per the
तू
act.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल म्हाका प्रिपेड कित्याक घातले टेंडर अँड कंडिशन ना मरे
Okay, राव.
See, Mayur, मास्तर राव, ओके राव. See,
Prepaid
तू
tender and
म्हाका
condition
एक
आसा.
question कर, तू-
No, that
wait,
time.
wait रे मयूर, मास्तर राव. तुका लोकांक क्लॅरिटी वचपाक जाय म्हणून सांगली तू क्लॅरिटी वचपाक दिना आतां उलोवपाचें जाल्यार सांग
Clarity, तुम्ही आता 90% वाढवून
you are
किती
you
उलयता
are
म्हाका
you
सांगा.
are confusing the people by
तुवें
talking
confuse केल्या
prepaid,
आमकां. तुवें लोकांक
transformer,
confuse केल्या.
consumer, cost. Why you are doing like
अरे तुवें सांगलें.
चिराग बाबान कितें म्हणलें
तुवें-
आमकांच समजना
एक्झॅक्टली
गोंयकारांक
गोंयकारां
तू
समजना
समजोवपाक दिना
हांव अरे हांव बसला चीफ इंजिनियर हांव तू कितें उलयता रे
उलोवपाक दिना,
तू आतां
आयकोपाक
कितले
दिना.
करता तर 6 म्हयने आतां
खूप झाले मरे आता उलयन इतलं
तू उलोवपाकूच दिना तुका advantage
तुका
सांगली.
स्टार्टिंगाक दिलें मरे उलोवपाक तू आनी
हय,
कितले
मागीर
उलोवपाक
पळय
दिना
जालें,
म्हणटा
तू तेच इश्यू पत्ता काडटा
इशू काडना तुवें
तुवें- हांवें
सांगलें
तुका
की
first
आमी
आमचो
मिटर घालता
explanation दिलें.
तुवें सांगलें आमी मिटर घालता आमकां ऑप्टिमायज युटिलायझेशन करपा जाय आमकां कितलो खंयच्या एरियेन कितलो लोड गेलो ते
कळपाक
कळपाक
जाय.
ट्रान्सफॉर्मचेर घाल आनी मेजर कर लोकांच्या घरांनी कितें रे
लोकांच्या घरा बिकॉज वी आर सप्लायिंग टू एव्हरी कंझ्युमर
पैसे फारीक करणारे आमी तुजो बिगस्ट डिफॉल्टर इज गव्हर्नमेंट मरे
कंझ्युमर इज देयर
लोक
हॉटेल
defaulter.
इंडस्ट्रीज इज देयर देयर आर
तुवें फाटल्या दिसांनी खंयच्या आरटीओचे उडयल्ली गव्हर्नमेंट इज अ बिगस्ट डिफॉल्टर
yes but
कंझ्युमर हार्डली आसतलो कोणी
government is
डिफॉल्टर
continuously paying the money they have made it zero again some dues come
Well,
again.
ITO
It's a
पळय
continuous
कापलेली
cycle.
मरे ऑफिसाची मरे.
That was a different issue that was a different issue
You have made a point saying that there was no mention of prepaid. See, this entire RDSS scheme for smart metering is based on prepaid metering. This entire tender that we have floated is of prepaid meters. So this statement that you have made that it is the prepaid word was not there, it is not a part of the tender is a wrong statement. Second, you talked about the rates that has been derived for Goa. It is very simple.
Rates?
The rates of
I
smart
have not-
meters. You talked
It's a
about the
tender,
yeah,
tender,
yeah,
estimate versus a tender.
Yes,
Yes, sir, rate,
exactly.
rate.
So same thing
Rate
I'm
in
saying.
the amount.
So basically, how is that tender amount come? It is because it finally comes to rate per meter. So rate per meter, what has been derived for Goa state, please compare it with the rates per meter which has been derived in the other states across India, which includes some of your Congress ruled states also. And you check if Goa's is more or Goa's is less.
Our simple question is, you are the expert. You.
So you are expert, not listening
no,
to the
you
expert.
gave us an estimate of 467
We
crores.
have not given you
Then
the
who gave
estimate.
that?
The
I
estimate.
Who made the estimate?
That is what
I
we
have
replied.
answered.
But I'll
No, no,
continue
who
with
made the
this. I'll
estimate? We
continue
made the
with-
estimate.
The estimate was made by REC Limited, the nodal agency for implementation of smart meters for the state of Goa.
तुम्ही part नसलेले, त्या nodal agency चे तुम्ही part नसलेले.
no. We were not a part of it. It was prepared by the nodal agency REC Limited as a part of this tender. And again, it was based on budgetary quotation, and the more focus was that related to the central government grants. What the tender that we have floated is basically the rates that we have derived are very good rates as compared to the other states of India. It is not high. It is high as compared to the estimate, but it is not high as compared to the actual rates that have been derived across all other states.
अरे
of
मैं
India.
estimate तू केल्यावर चुकलो म्हणतो रे.
so estimate
पण
not-
तुम्ही estimateचे question किती raise करू ना?
So this is the clarity we have been giving always. This question.
Saying what? की estimate चुकलो?
Estimate was not, no, estimate was a base which was done by REC that time, considering the rates that time, and it was more for giving us the grant.
नाही रे, that time तो म्हणतो 3 वर्ष.
तीन चार वर्षापैकी.
3 वर्षांनी तो डबल जाता?
Double
डबल जाता? Estimate double जाता?
Yes. आणि दुसरी नाला रेट्स तू रिलेस्टेड चेक करा आधी.
रेट एक महिन्याने डबल जाता. आता ऑइलाची रेट डबल झाला, कॉपर रेट
फक्त लुटबागा आयल्या लोकांना. मी वाटलं दिवसांनी 20% वाढवपाक सोदतालो electricity.
तुझे whatever you
तुझे न्ही,
say.
तू हाडिल्ले स्कीम 20% वाडयता
See,
म्हणून
this-
5 उपरांत.
this-
आम्ही बॉल घालते तुका मंत्री बॅक स्टेप घालो.
This in earlier press conferences also we have come clear with this. These issues were discussed in the assembly also, where we have given written replies. We have got RTIs on this, which we have replied back. आमच्याकडे RECच्या letter असा. REC is a nodal agency of Ministry of Power, Government of India. It is not a small organization. They have given us a letter that the rates that you have derived is correct. You
नीरे,
think
मग
you-
तुम्ही
you-
विचारू ना
you-
त्यांका.
you also take
तुम्ही
all these
त्यांका-
documents from
तुम्ही-
RTI.
नीरे, तुम्ही त्यांका विचारू ना की
विचारले.
तुमचे एस्टिमेट करता ते कसले एस्टिमेट करता
ते-
का
ते-
केला मरे
ते- ते reply-
हांवें. ते मी सांगला इट इज नथिंग टू डू विथ एक्चुअल.
In this letter of-
अरे मग तू कॅबिनेट अप्रुव्हल कित्याक धाडलं तर?
अरे स्टील देन व्हेन
हा?
समथिंग लाईक दिस
No, cabinet
हा,
approval-
करून लेगो
म्हणजे
agree
तुका-
जायना.
म्हणजे तुका दिसलं की
No,
कितरी गडबड हा.
no,
गडबड
no,
कॅबिनेट
no,
अप्रुव्हल
Gordon,
कॅबिनेट
because I
अप्रुव्हल
know
कित्याक धाडले?
people like Amit Patkar will never understand and will try to remove even smallest thing.
काढतले टॅक्सपेयर पैसे ते. अरे तुझे बोलचा पैसे नाही, लोकांचे कष्टाचे पैसे.
Therefore, the question is
लोकांक पैसे- कष्टा पैसे.
therefore,
We are paying for that smart
since the
meter,
tender
or
is a
that
huge
meter.
tender, we went for cabinet. When the tender is having a high value,
It
it is
will go to
अरे
always.
तुझे एस्टिमेट वर्सेस टेंडर वॉज हाय म्हणून गेल तू.
No,
No.
question
किती
no.
ना?
Sometimes decisions are taken any big
To
value.
start with, Levitt.
We need smart meter. Why? Because
Which I explained
No,
to you.
madam, listen. No, we'll answer to his question. All RDSS project has to go for cabinet approval. The whole process starts with cabinet approval.
गव्हर्नमेंटच एक्सपेक्टो कॅबिनेट
No, it is not ex facto. It is not ex facto. Under RDSS scheme, you have to
Government
take.
म्हणलं तुका.
Under RDSS
Electricity
scheme,
department will not
I'm
accept
talking
it.
about electricity department. Under this scheme, approval from the cabinet has to be taken prior. DPR आणि action plan submit करच्या पयलीं तो कॅबिनेटाक गेल्लो. मागीर आमी DPR आणि हे सबमिट करतकीर जो अप्रुवल आयला ते परत कॅबिनेटाक घालून अप्रूव करपाक जाय आनी कॅबिनेटाकूच न्ही. There were 2-3 other committees which were formed through which this entire proposal has to go through. And only after that it is approved. So the whole procedure, the whole formalities, including cabinet approval, has been taken as per the scheme guidelines. We have not bypassed anything. Because
Yes, sir,
I
let
have
us
a
ask.
question.
Let
I
us
have
ask.
that question. Why do we need smart meter at all? We don't need it.
And why?
We started with smartphones. The first charge was 99 rupees. Today, what we are paying? What is the guarantee that it will stay there? What is the guarantee?
No, meter-
Why do we need smart meters? And there are so many complaints about overbilling, overheating. It can burn also. When we are not in the house, smart meter is overheating. Who will take care of
No,
that?
then that is something wrong. That's why your understanding itself is
No, no,
wrong.
no,
Let me
sir.
explain.
Now-
First of all, meter is a meter. Overheating cannot happen. We are not
So
changing.
there are cases.
There are, because of some other reason, overheating might be happening.
So if it happens,
And
No,
then
it can happen for any meter.
No,
in that
no,
case.
it can,
No, I'm sorry, fluctuations happen. I have faced
So-
it now.
so it
When
doesn't-
there is no smart meter,
See-
I have faced now. My
see-
TV has gone, my fridge has gone.
Exactly. Now you have come to the
Now,
right
now,
point.
now,
You
now,
have
now
come to
you
the
are-
right
now-
point. You have come to right.
Now,
right.
now,
Yes.
yes. That is the advantage.
You don't think so?
That-
What I can do?
No.
You don't.
No,
think
no.
so.
Let us explain. Let us
Wait, wait.
explain.
I'm sorry, there are cases where the
See,
overheating of
one
smart
person
meters
speak
has
at a
happened.
time. Okay. Otherwise, we have to leave.
I have a question.
See, listen. If
No, you
listen. Let me listen.
You put your question and then we.
I'm not finished yet.
Ah.
I'm not finished yet. I want him to listen and probably answer if possible. If there is a overheating of smart meter I'm talking about, not because anything else has gone up, but smart meter if itself gets overheated, who is responsible? Will you take care of that?
Yes, it is department is responsible. If just for no reason, if the smart meter itself is.
I'm not finished. 49 lakh bill was received in UP or Ludhiana somewhere for a faulty meter. Now the entire Goa will suffer with the smart meter going to the electricity department, getting the meter corrected. So
Okay,
will
wait.
there be
Very good. Now, first question is overheating. If for no reason overheating happens, the meter department is responsible. Answered. Second, 49 like that. This is the advantage of smart meter. Smart meter is you pay some certain amount and you come to know every half an hour what is your consumption and what is your amount what you are consuming. So that is what we are trying to tell. Such issues of meter reader taking a reading, putting in the system, wrong billing coming, all these issues will
and
get
then
zero.
suddenly when you change the meter charge, when you change the billing cycle, like how we have from 99 for the smartphone, now we are paying 899. 900.
No, that's how it is possible.
That
It is
will
only
be
a
possible.
recording.
You will just say that
See,
we
it
are
is a
paying
meter.
now.
Once you fix a meter, how it is all you are paying on based on the consumption of electricity. It is nothing to do with communication or all these things. That will be a part of the entire thing. But you are paying on consumption based on how much units you consume based on your various equipments in your house. So I think I answered your.
Can I ask a question?
Listen, wait, let her let her
How
question.
long the unit cost
Yeah,
is
I'm
being
answering to her.
served?
This is a
How
letter.
long-
I am answering to her question, please.
How long the unit cost is going to remain same?
Unit cost, every year public hearing is there. That has been decided by the Honorable Commission. It has nothing to do with smart meter. But with smart meter, you will be able to control your consumption. We will be able to optimize and have an effective rate which indirectly will try to reduce the rate. But the tariff per unit cost depends on the cost of the tariff what we are buying, so cost of power what we are buying. So it has nothing to do with smart meters. Smart meter will help you to optimize your consumption. You will be able to have a record of what is happening in your house. 48 times you will get readings. Today you are getting after 45 days one reading. Every day you will get 45 readings. You will be able to open the app and you will see exactly how your consumption going for the whole of the day, days, weeks, months, years, and you have a record in your.
What is the guarantee that that will not be something wrong calculations which happens?
No guarantee because you come to know based on your equipment. You come to
He is not
know.
aware that UP government, he is saying that Congress rule states they are asking us to go and check the cost of the meter.
I do not
in,
want
in
to-
Uttar
I do
Pradesh,
not
it has
know.
become a scam. Are you aware? Government has rolled back.
No, it is not cost. It is around 11,500 approximately.
You will pay. Consumer will pay.
See, this cost is already put in front of the Honorable Commission. Honorable Commission has seen the savings and everything, and they said since there is no additional cost, they are not going to give any additional cost. So indirectly you have to say there is no cost, because we are going to save in terms of losses, we are going to save in terms of manpower, we are going to save in terms of disconnection, we are going to save in terms of buying of the, so entire cost is much more than the cost of the smart metering.
So I have a question.
Now with the same video we're happening right now, our concern is in villages, like in our villages, there are many villages in Goa. Our concern is one rains, the light goes off. Will that smart meter control that?
Yes, that also, because it is going to give us, yes,
How?
yes.
No.
How I'll tell you, because see today,
Transformer will tell how your meter will give the electricity.
listen, wait,
No. Say, hey, boss. When you ask a question, you should allow us to reply. See,
because
Once you ask your question, let him
I have
reply.
to leave this place and go. Why? Wrong information goes to the public. Here, how many people are there? Max to max 50 people, including police, maybe around 60 people. 50 people are not allowing, and 7,50,000 consumers wrong information is going. Allow me to answer, otherwise I have to leave this place, because wrong information I don't want to go to public. You might say you cannot do this. I have to do this because wrong information goes to public, it becomes a project which is going to give huge benefit, which I cannot see one disadvantage of smart metering. And if you are going this information, I am really sorry on that. Now you ask me question, I'll answer. Wait, Amit Bob का answer करो. तू public का किधर देने ला? तुम काय question answer करो.
Public नहीं, आमचे ते.
तुमचे आधा त्यांनी देखीलच बरं. Public का देणे तुझ्याच मुलीच गेल्या आता.
She's a Goan, मुझे मुलीच मिळालं. काय करते? Because we are a people's representative. अरे यूपी सारखे स्टेटिंग रोल बॅक केलं बरं गव्हर्नमेंटाने.
What is going to be savings? Everything based on that they have decided, yes, this is not going to burden the consumers. You are also part of the Honorable Commission public hearing, but unfortunately sometimes तुम्ही येता रोखडेच वता. You just a memorandum देऊ. You have to wait there to listen to what the Honorable Commission.
मीटर सध्या चलता बरे भाशेन आणि ते आमच्या हॉटेल फायदा.
बरे चलता न्ही, त्याच्या बरे
बिल फाय देता.
त्याच्याकूय बरे चलपाक नाका.
तुम्ही म्हणला म्हणून मिठा मिस्टेक हवली म्हणून something went wrong. Some companies gave wrong
Exactly, boss.
When you all know the meters are wrong, so you should correct these meters only.
That is
Because
different.
more meters are made.
No. That means you mean to say all meters are wrong. All meters are wrong. No, there are different vendors. Everybody comes with his own manufacturing. Therefore, we are here to see which is the best. Therefore, we have taken that decision.
We'll finish with him. We'll finish with him. See, it is very simple. For you also, for the general public also, technology is taking an upgrade. Every time the technology is improving. A few years back, you had a landline phone. Then the mobile technology started, where you had phones with buttons. Today, you have something called a smartphone, which is like a computer, and you can do everything on that phone. So when our metering started, we had electromechanical meters, which were like meters with a disc and it was rotating. Then there were static meters, then came digital meters, and now we have smart meters.
There are advantages and also there are disadvantages.
No,
There is
a lot of scams are happening. Bank is digital.
Media is here. Because I will just
And
say,
these smart meters are not just installed in India, they have been installed all across the world, not now. Smart meter technology is there all across the world, last 15-20 years. It's a proven technology which has now come to India.
Can I ask?
It is not, no, let us finish now.
Okay.
So it is not that they are trying something new. It is just like you have upgraded your smartphone over years, your phones over years, and today you are proudly using a smartphone. Here all the coverage is done by the smartphone. Why this is not opposed? Why are you not saying let us work on the button phones?
अरे तू डिजिटल
So
मीटर
it is the India also. So digital is a different thing and smart is a different thing.
I can only say like this. Wait. I will just say something and I have to leave because I have 2-3 meetings.
No, I have a question.
Wait. If you all want awareness, through media, I will give a detailed session of 2 hours. But here you are not listening. You are confusing. Therefore, I need to leave.
Let him speak.
Wait. Last, I have to say, any parent, any person always wants to make his child smarter by putting in smart schools, smart colleges, giving the best gadgets. But here, you all do not want smart. That means you have some other intention or smart. I am thankful, media. I want to tell you all, I will give a separate 2 hours where you can frame n number of questions. I'll be able to answer it. Those will be in the domain with media where you can have a proof what Chief Engineer has said. I am ready to face the entire Goa through media. But if in case if people do not want to listen only, and if they come with their own thoughts which are not at all in line with the Electricity Act 2003, it is not with the Supply Code 2018, it is not as per the guidelines and rules framed by the central government and by the Grid Code of India. The electricity is not just somebody generated science. No, it has a lot of rules, regulation, guidelines. Every day electricity is a dynamic thing, complex thing which is changing. I cannot explain here when there is a mass chaos within half an hour. But if media wants, I am ready to face all media with all kinds of questions. If I do not know, I will say I do not know. But when I know this smart metering project is a project which is empower, make the consumers powerful, then the utility, why there is objections. When there is compensation, you will be able to write just a letter. You need not to go to MLA. You need not go to any representative which is elected by the people. You have to, your meter will speak. Your meter will give evidence. So why not? That means some elements, some people do not want such a good thing, which is the only thing I can say. If you want to put allegations on me, yes, you can put it. But I am saying smart metering is the project which is going to make the consumers powerful, which is going to give lot of data, lot of insights. Recording, measurement will happen every half an hour. You have to complain very next day, you will not wait 45 days where you cannot prove anything what is going wrong in your equipments or supply. N number of advantages which in today's this I am not able to tell because lot of people disturbance is there and people are not allowing. Few people, but I am ready to face all the 7,50,000 consumers through media. Then media is I can request you ask as many questions, whatever questions which are been popped up through various states.
How the media will be able to ask you a question when it's not
media is only the fourth pillar of the democracy. Media is the one who is having a checks and balances. We have already contacted to the media, not
I have one question.
One question. Come all, come on.
Sir, one question. Can I ask you one question?
Your last one question.
Let me ask. On a particular thing, right? It will be calculated on the internet. There are I'm asking you.
Information is calculated.
No, I'm not enforcing it on you. I'm asking you. This can also be a thought in the people's mind. So will it be calculated on the internet connection? Because
that is what the proper information is not.
So you give it no. Why you?
The meter is same.
You answer the question.
The meter is same. Only what meter is recording, we are able to know sitting at a remote place.
Okay, then
nothing to do with.
So why don't you give people the choice to opt for smart meter?
Yes.
Why can't you give it? Why can't you give it?
No,
try on some samples. I know people try on some samples.
Last question I'm answering.
Let me complete my question.
Only one question. Only one thing I want to ask. Only one thing.
Now, 2 meters, you gave it on trial and error. You only said and you.
माका एको क्वेश्चन आहे. आता तुम्ही सांगा.
बरं वेट एक नाही 3 क्वेश्चन करता. एक तो 3 times I give us.
मुगे एक क्वेश्चन आला.
This is the first question.
Yeah.
Second line.
आता तुम्ही you have taken pains to explain the benefits of smart meter. Very good. How म्हणता किती? Why you don't give the chance to the consumer?
It's right.
Give the chance to the consumer. Who wants to be smart? Who wants to be smart? Let him be smart. Who doesn't want to be
The one
smart?
who want to use button phone will use button phone.
That's one question at a time. Okay, so he has asked one question. He's going to reply to it. Then you take the second and then third question. So when he's replying, you are not supposed to speak.
Consumers are not going to define what should be the laws, what should be the guidelines, and what should be the technology. Consumer cannot. Because it is the electricity department, we are supplying power. As and when technology upgrades, as and when new technology comes, which will help all the consumers, which will help the utility, based on that, we have to put it. There is nowhere written that consumer can decide what kind of meter has to be put. No, my answer is very clear. Consumer cannot decide the meter. Consumer can have a right to say your meter is wrong. You check me and give me the accuracy. Only they can. You mean to say Amit Patkar will decide how the recording of the meter will happen. Based on the technology, that means Amit Patkar can go a small, come any shop, buy any meter and put. No, listen. There will be.
Say, I'll reply to it very simple.
Say again.
Say, to your question now. We take the second question. You said only 3 questions. Only one answer.
My question is in line with the same question. You want to check the effectiveness of smart meter, how effective it is, how people will be benefited, right? So why do you want to get it in use or get it in force? Completely you use it on certain people who want to choose it. When people who want to complete my question, it will make sense to people who are listening to it. So when you choose, let the people choose, there will be a certain amount of samples you will have. Check on that whether you have the benefits that people are getting or the government is getting. If people are happy with your old meters and if nothing is happening much with your smart meters, let it not come in power. Secondly, you're talking about fluctuations. What has the department done about transformers that are overloaded by illegal constructions who have been just taking line without proper permissions? Have you done a cross check on that? Have you done an audit on that to check the fluctuation happening? Because fluctuations also happen when the transformer is overloaded. Smart meters coming will not just solve it.
We'll take a question and reply to it.
I have a question.
Madam, answer
We'll reply together. Okay, ask.
Ask patient because you're sitting.
Ask.
You are not allowing.
You answer.
I am entire press conference. I am hyper or they are hyper.
You are, sir.
In India, I am telling
there is. Wait.
Listen, I want to ask a question. You just
without answering his question.
Yeah, then you answer. You can answer.
You all have said that you all are going to have a prepaid. Who gave you the right to decide that if you want to pay do the prepaid or postpaid? It is our decision, even in our mobile data. It is our decision if you want to have it prepaid or postpaid. Who gave you the right to decide that I want to have a prepaid? That we have to have a prepaid. How can you do that? One, two. Second, you said you are going to give a graphic data of how much is my consumption. I'm telling you, I'm coming from a constituency of Santander. I know people who don't even have a smart meter or they don't even know to read smartphone. So tell me, will she understand if he will understand your graph?
Okay.
Are you?
Okay, you're done. Don't repeat the same thing. You have put a question. We are supposed to just supplement that. Smartphone. You said about smartphone. If you don't have network, your smartphone is of no use. We're talking about smart meter. When you do not have basic infrastructure still in place. So if you have a smart meter, how long you take to put infrastructure in place? Don't tell a story. Don't tell a story. You ask your question. First, it is the responsibility of the AMISP to establish a good communication network where all the smart meters will communicate. How this is done? There are various technologies through which this can be done. Every smart meter will have a SIM card inside, which is going to communicate with our central server. There are some areas in Goa where there is no range, so that is the place we are going to use a technology called radio frequency. So what happens if you are staying in Santander and you don't have connectivity in Santander? There will be one tower which will be located at Banaulim where there will be a coverage. From that meter to the tower, mobile tower at Banaulim, they are going to use radio frequency signals, which is like like the FM stations and all that. So the communication is going to happen up to the mobile tower, and from there it is going to get communicated to our system. It is our responsibility when we are installing these meters to develop a robust communication network. That is one thing. Secondly, you mentioned about prepaid. Now now let me tell you, and you also mentioned about people are hand to mouth. See here, in prepaid, say your bill is 1,000 rupees a month and you don't have 1,000 rupees to pay. You can charge 100 rupees today. After some days, you can charge another 200 rupees, another 300 rupees, just like your prepaid phone. तुका एका बरोबर 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 bill pay करपाक गरज ना. If there is a person who is like a daily wage person who is getting a small amount every day, he can charge every day also. For all the 30 days of the month, he can charge. So this is an advantage to the consumer only.
Right now they are paid 3 months in advance.
Secondly,
you today, it is not called prepaid. Today also you are paying 2 months invoice amount. It is called as a security deposit. So you pay me 2 months bill and then I release the connection. Now every 6 months my people should review it, and you need to increase because the tariff is increasing and the consumption pattern changes. Based on that, the amount of the security deposit should change, which is not happening. Therefore prepaid, because anyhow you are paying 2 months security deposit and then you are paying. Now you have to pay only 1 day, 15 days or 1 month based on your choice. But this is also better than a existing arrangement. Your security deposit amount which is there with us will get adjusted, and then you can do it very well for the future date. So it is not called you pay it now. Now also you are paying. Yes. Now also you are giving me 2 months security deposit in advance. So now I am going to make it only 1 month or 1 day. So it is better, madam. Answered or not? It is going to be better than the existing system.
It is like,
so who has given you right? Right is to make benefit and good. Automatically right, we need to think of people, and so we have done a better decision for the welfare of the people.
But give that choice to the consumer.
No, we'll come to that. We'll answer the last question.
Consumer, you can pay for 1 day.
Let them decide which.
No, we will come to that.
Who are you to
we will
decide?
come to your question. We will take that at last because we have to go for the meeting. We are late, getting late. See, you put a question. Give the choice to the consumers whether they want to go for smart meters or not. Boss, it is not just the meter. We have revamped our entire system, right from the circuit breakers to the relays, to the automation part, to the transformer part, and now to the meters. It is not just only that meters that is getting upgraded in the electricity department. This drastic improvement, we are having AT&C losses, which is one of the lowest in the country. Why are we able to achieve that? We are achieving that because we are able to develop a network like that. So we have upgraded our transformers, we have upgraded our overhead to underground cabling, we have gone for the latest of substation automation system, we have gone for the latest of the relays. And we are able to achieve all this because we have gone for upgradation. So a smart metering, Aja Fatlands SCADA yetle, or outage management system yetlo, which will be again related to smart meters. Other smart meters are अनेक कुछ advantage सांगता. This is the last point I want to make.
You are only talking about cities, sir, infrastructure. We are not talking about rural areas.
Everywhere. No. Don't interrupt me. When I am speaking, don't interrupt. When you are speaking, I am not interrupting you. So basically, it is an upgrade of everything. So every time, हम तो कभी विचारू शकना अब transformer आता आम्ही upgrade करता. We'll ask the consumers. We are upgrading the relays and we are changing the relays from the old electromechanical to numerical microprocessor based. We'll ask the consumers. After this, we are going to go for outage, SCADA and outage management system. Again, you want us to come to the consumers? Listen. One more thing I will tell you. One more thing. This is the last point that I want to make. In these meters, आता किती आता तुमचा power वता. तुम्ही किती करता? Call करता. तुम्ही म्हणता केना call घेता. Whatever is the apprehension about it. And then our team comes and finds out where is the fault and restores your supply. With smart meters, if there is a failure in your power in your house, the smart meter will send a signal to my control room that XYZ house power is not there. तुझे building and power now, then those meters will send a signal to my control room. I will come to know कि ये बाबा building and power now. If that area is in dark, I will come to know that this particular transformer is down. If there is a bigger area which is down, I will know that this feeder is down or this substation is down. So it will help me in pinpointing out the fault without even consumer complaining to me. And this is exactly what the chief is saying, that it is empowerment to the consumers.
Yeah, last he has mentioned about एक last question केले smart meters कित्याक करतात. There are so much basic infrastructure. You try to remove 4 years in expenditure investment which may be in terms of infrastructure, let it say LT line, underground cabling, substation upgradation, new substation, EHV substation. What has happened in 4 years is accumulation of 30 years. That means so much infrastructure.